How to avoid wet dreams on semen retention. This has been a frequently asked question on this channel ever since the first time I started making videos on this topic, but I held back from making this video because I felt that I did not have the experience to actually share some value with you. But at this point, the last time that I had an erotic dream was actually 5 months ago, and I'm going to be sharing with you my experience, how that was an erotic dream where I didn't actually get wet, what exercises I used, how I became practiced to the point where I was able to transmute that energy even while it was in a dream. And then I'm going to be sharing with you my theory around why it is the case that last time I had it was 5 months ago and I haven't had it ever since then. Some exercises for you to do, and then how to address the chakra system within your body to make sure that your body is actually open enough to actually transmute that energy rather than letting it go. Okay? Now, first and foremost, we have to consider how many times you're going through this experience, because personally, I went through it for a maximum of like 2 to 3 times per month when it was before the point of 5 months ago. Okay, so I was having this erotic dream about let's say maximum like 3 times per month, right? So if you are experiencing this any more than 3 times per month, then you have to figure out what's causing that. Okay, whether you're wearing a tight underwear, whether you're drinking too much water at night, which is causing your prostate to expand, whether you are carrying negative and lower emotions associated with sexuality, whether you've been addicted to porn for way too long, whatever it is, you have to address that on your own. Because personally, like I said, if you're doing it any more than 3 times per month, having a wet dream, then that is something beyond my experience, and maybe you can still gain something from this video, but there are different causes that actually lead us to experience this, right? So just a point to keep in mind that there are different causes that can create this. Now, for me, this is my theory, okay? As I've been saying in a lot of other videos, right? Sexual energy is the same thing as your creative energy. It is the same source of your energy that allows you to create and express yourself creatively. Okay, now like I said, the last time that I experienced an erotic dream was 5 months ago, and at that point was when I actually made the decision to create videos every single day, to express myself creatively every single day. And ever since that point that I made that decision, I have not had an erotic dream since then. Okay, I would want to, because like I said, I'm practiced in the point where I can transmute that energy and transform it up and still experience the orgasm and experience that wonderful experience that you have in a wet dream, and without letting my life force loose. But the reality is that I haven't. And I think my theory, my hypothesis is that the reason is because I've been creating every single day. I've been expressing myself every single day. And if you are on the semen retention journey and you're carrying this creative energy within you and you are not expressing yourself creatively to the extent which you would want, if you're holding yourself back, then that energy has nowhere to go. It's not being expressed and it has no choice but to leave your body. Okay, so just a point to keep in mind: if you are not utilizing this energy, if you're not creating yourself anew, if you're not actually expressing yourself, if you're not putting yourself out there, if you're holding yourself back from expressing yourself, then it could be the reason that your sexual energy is not being transmuted. Okay, I'll link out to another video over here on this mystery of sex transmutation. You can understand more about that as well. Okay, now the second key point is really to address the energy systems in our body, okay? Because the chakras, which are like all within our body, I'll link out to another video over here which goes over the link between the semen retention and the chakras. But just understand that your chakras have to be open enough for the energy to actually pass through them, right? Because if you're trapped in the root chakra, if you're thinking about the bills, if you're thinking about your income, if you're thinking about how you're gonna feed your family, right? You're stuck in survival, you're stuck in fear. You are not going to be able to actually transmute that energy because all of it is focused on your lowest chakra, right? So we have to set a foundation. We have to get grounded before we can actually build on top of that, right? And of course, if you're trapped in the sacral chakra, which is associated with our emotions, right? If you have lower emotions associated with sexuality, like shame, like guilt, right? Like anger, like whatever it is based on your experience, like if you're carrying these emotions, then all the energy will be focused over there as well, and you will not be able to actually raise it up, right? The third chakra is the solar plexus chakra. This has to do with your metabolism. If you are overweight, if you are having health issues, if you're having gut issues, if you can't metabolize your food properly, right? Anything that relates to your metabolism, which is relating to your body, which relates to everything else, if that's blocked, if you know that there's an issue that needs to be addressed over there, then again, it will be difficult for you to actually transmute that energy upwards, right? So these are the 3 lower chakras that need to be addressed, because if they're not, we're going to be stressed. We're going to be stuck in survival. We're going to be stuck in the lower vibration. And if you're on the semen retention while being stuck in those lower chakras, of course, there's an opportunity for you to level up, for you to create, for you to express yourself, for you to generate new sources of income, to really maximize your potential. Because if you're stuck in those lower chakras, then it'll be impossible for you to transmute that energy, and the energy will have no choice but to ejaculate, okay? And then we get to the heart chakra, which is really the bridge between the lower 3 chakras and the upper 3 chakras, right? It's about unconditional love. It's about seeing everything that is the way that it is, rather than getting too caught up in certain paradigms of right, wrong, of good, bad, right? It's seeing that everything is neutral. It all depends on the perception. Having that unconditional love for your fate, for your destiny, for the way that things are playing out, that they're exactly how they are supposed to play out, right? That's when we get to the higher level of vibration of the heart, where it's just unconditional love, right? It's not anything based on what you think or what you expect or what you want. It's like seeing things for what they really are, which is completely neutral, and having some sort of harmony to them as well, okay? Then we get to the throat chakra. Again, this comes down to you expressing yourself. Are you actually getting your voice out there? Are you creatively actually getting your message out there that you know deep inside that you have to share with the world? Are you expressing yourself honestly with the family, with your family, with the people around you? Or is there like a gap between how you see yourself and how they see you, right? And then we get to the third eye chakra, and that is really about vision, about, you know, like the 2 eyes, they look outwards, and then the third eye looks inwards, kind of, right? So can you actually, you have that relationship with yourself? Have you actually gone clear on where you see yourself in the future? Have you actually seen things for what they really are? Or are you getting trapped in the matrix, right? The world of illusion that's been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. Are you getting caught up in all the hype and all the fucking mainstream media and all the fear mongering? Or are you going inwards and really developing that relationship with yourself and getting in touch with who you really are, right? Then the crown chakra is really about transcendence and about realizing that this is all just a dance. This is all just a temporary experience, that we are way beyond this, and having that connection with the higher self, right? Now, ideally, we want to be transmuting that energy down from the lower chakras, up the top, up the head, and then using the tongue as an abductor to the tip of your mouth, and then bringing that down. And then we have the energy circuit that's complete, right? But if there's like blocks in your lower chakras, then that's going to be impossible, and that's something that needs to be addressed for you first and foremost. I'll link out to another video over here that can show you more about that, okay? Now, the final point that I want to make about the exercise and how I was able to actually transmute that energy even while going through a erotic dream, right? Now, I made an entire separate video on this, on the semen retention exercises. I'll link out to it over here. But it is basically about the Kegel, okay? When you become a solid practitioner of the Kegel, when you're doing this every single day, when your PC muscle, your pubococcygeus muscle, it's pretty hard to pronounce, pubococcygeus muscle is strong, it's firm, you've exercised it, right? That is the point where you can control your ejaculations to a much greater extent. And then if you're practicing it and you're going through that, and even when you're with your partner, you're going through that semen retention, then when you have a wet dream, you can actually go through that same motion because your body is practiced in it. So like I said, the last time I had this erotic dream was in December. And because I was practiced in Kegels, because my PC muscle was strong, was firm, I was able to actually block it, right? I was able to block it. And when you block it, it's like you can clench your fists, you clench your eyes, you clench your mouth, clench your feet. That really makes it easier for the energy to go upwards. And because I was not, stressing out too much, like I was in a good place in my life, I was taking care of myself, like I was moving in the direction in which I saw myself moving in, right? Even though I had that dream, I was able to clench it. And I didn't wet my pants, right? I didn't come on myself, right? Because I was able to clench the PC and it was able to be transmuted upwards, okay? So again, I would direct you to the semen retention exercises video. It's extremely crucial that you practice the Kegels every single day, all right? Every single day to the point where you get to a certain point, and then you just get on the maintenance, right? So I talked about the app as well. So definitely check out the video if you haven't already. But at the end of the day, comes down to the fact that sexual energy is creative energy, And if you're going through wet dreams, my theory is that you are not expressing yourself creatively right now. So this is an opportunity for you to get yourself out there. If you've been holding yourself back from expressing yourself, right now is the opportunity. Okay, because that has definitely been the case for me. It's been like 5 months. I haven't had a dream like that, and I feel amazing. All right, making a commitment to myself of making videos every single day, and then actually doing it even when I don't feel like it. That's like a relationship with my higher self, right? Because the higher self made the decision to make videos every single day, and then there are factors that come into it every single day which hold us back from living up to that decision. But when you make that decision once and you follow through with it again and again, you follow through with your decisions. That's the most important thing. When you make a decision and you follow through with it, you don't procrastinate, you don't hold yourself back, you don't delay, then that is whereby you develop a much better relationship with yourself. You boost your self-esteem, and you actually boost your self-respect to the point where other people start respecting you as well, right? Because no one can respect you if you don't respect yourself. And if you're not keeping your word to yourself, why would anyone ever respect you? Because you don't respect yourself, right? So it's a cycle at the end of the day. And yeah, man, the most important thing is just to make sure that your energy systems are open, that you are not being trapped in those lower energy systems. Of course, it's a journey, it's a process. And the purpose of this video is simply to give you the awareness around how I think about this stuff, how I've been able to deal with it, and hopefully you apply it and can have that experience for yourself as well. Okay, so long awaited. I hope that you got value from this video. I hope that you get a key takeaway. I hope that you are able to deal with this situation in your own life. And leave a comment below letting me know if it helped you out. Leave a comment with anything else that you're struggling with, what other videos you want to see from me, because I love hearing from you. I love talking to you. I love interacting with you. And I'll also link out to the Facebook group, which you can check out and interact on a more personal level over there and connect with a bunch of other people, who are also ingrained in this journey, in this process of becoming better versions of themselves. Okay? So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I don't know why you wouldn't have if you've been watching my videos for a while now. But with that being said, I will see you in the next video.